Hello everyone! Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Cassandra and this is Ella Plans. Today I wanted to share something that I am very excited about, which is my new Gillio Appunto B6 in the color Anthracite. Sorry, forgot what this was for a moment. I definitely have a favorite color in Gillio leathers if you've been following me for a little while, and it is definitely their Anthracite color. I believe I purchased my first Anthracite in 2019, and I think I got it when it was a new color that they had. It's just my absolute favorite. It shows up as black usually when I'm on Instagram stories, or it shows up as more brown in some photos. I do have a black pen case here, so as you can see, it's definitely a gray with a warmer tone to it, but one of my absolute favorite shades because it can go with cool tones, it can go with warm tones. I feel like you either love this leather or you hate it, but it is definitely a big love for me. So I'm going to show you just my quick setup. So in here, I do have a B6 full year Stalogy. I have been kind of trying to figure out my system. Well, I don't know if I really want to say my system for 2021. I know what I need, but it was kind of where I was going to put everything. I started out the year, I think, in the B6 Wonderland 222, quickly moved from that to my cousin and my A5 Gillio Appunto, then switched that into a Wonderland 222 daily notebook. Then for a hot minute, I tried an A6 Wonderland 222 daily notebook, and now I'm back in a B6, this time with a Stalogy. So I thankfully have all of the covers that I could possibly need if I'm going to switch sizes. And as of right now, I am perfectly happy with this Stalogy in this Gillio Appunto. I am flighty though, so who knows if I'll still be in this by next week. Okay, I feel like I'm taking so long just explaining what I have going on here. So, okay, Gillio B6 Appunto in the color Anthracite with a B6 Stalogy. In the card pockets here, I have these little cards from Cessa V. I totally saw these on Simply December's Instagram and had to grab them, needed them. Not really. So I also have these two cards here. These just cover up business cards for our doctors and pediatricians and so on and so forth. So I do always need those in my planner, but I prefer to have cards to kind of hide them because they're not the prettiest looking things in the world. This is another Cessa V card, and then I have a Moon Phase Ollie Clip, Ollie Block. This is again from Cessa V. I love these because it shows you the new moon and full moon dates. So I always have one of those, and I'll keep that there. My sticker pocket, someone let me know when they were trying to find this that Ribbon and Nib has closed. Cannot find Nikki's shop, so I hope she is well, but I'm still using this and have my favorites in here. These are mostly from Nora's Cove. So we've got a bunch of those. Some stickers from Minimalist Planner, which is no longer a shop. However, I still have quite a few of those left, so I'm going to use them up. And then some Sterling and Ink stickers. So fairly confident that all the stickers I have in this Stalogy are either from Nora's Cove, Virgo and Paper, and Sterling Ink. If I end up finding something else, I'll definitely let you know. So with me jumping from notebook to notebook so far this year, I had a pretty good idea as to how I wanted to start off this new bullet journal. So what I ended up doing was starting it off with my key and going into 4 pages of index. I asked on my Instagram stories like how many pages folks use for an index, and some people said that they don't have an index. Oh my gosh, I wish I could live my life like that. So 4 pages of index, and then you get into I believe there's 1, 2, 3, oh gosh, anyways, you get into my future log. So I do have these clipped off just because I've got some personal information already scheduled, but or I should say personal appointments scheduled for this coming year. So this is what it looks like. Oh shoot. I cannot remember the name of this shop, but I will have it linked down below. Absolutely lovely shop. This is on like kind of like a craft sticker paper. They ship really fast and in beautiful packaging. So I will link this shop down below. I've only ordered from them twice, so I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but lovely shop, and I've loved how this is working. I will also down below, a lot of these spreads are totally inspired, if not copied from, posts I've seen on Instagram. So down below, I will also keep a, I usually have like an IG's mentioned. However, I can't remember everybody that I was inspired from. So I will post all of the links to the Instagrams that I took inspiration from when setting up this bullet journal. So this is going to be my future log, and basically what I'll do is I just write it down. I try not to keep it chronological because that's just not how things come up, but everything is written down here, like appointments or due dates. Like we paid 6 months on our auto insurance, so I have a sticky note in there for the next 6 months when that'll come due, and so on and so forth. So then I just have a birthdays page, and then I am using this as an inbox, so just sticky notes here. I have that tabbed off with a little tab that I had gotten in a cloth and paper order. So I did decide to go with cover pages. Again, this is from that shop that I can't remember. And then going right into a month on 2. So I did see a post in the Stalogy Lovers Facebook group where you'll see that I'm going to change up how I'm doing my month on 2 page, but this worked out lovely. And then I got into some budgeting in these next 2 pages that was inspired by Nikki over at Brown Bag of Miscellany. However, my brain does not work horizontally, so that budget spread did not work for me. And so when that budget spread didn't work for me, I was really nervous because I was like, oh my gosh. So when I realized that was not going to be helpful for my brain, I actually went into my personal size rings for like a day. Actually, I think I even have that day in here. And I'd started and I was like, no, I can't plan in my rings right now. And so I ended up going with a budget spread that mirrors what I use with my SM Plans inserts in here. And I'll show that in a minute. So February cover page, went back into a month on 2. I was going to write in, you know, bill due dates, and there was just not enough space on that spread for me. So this next budget spread was still mirrored from that Brown Bag of Miscellany that I had seen on Instagram. It was horizontal. It was not going to work. And then I went into our homeschool section. So this is very similar to what my Wonderland 222 spreads that I've been doing for homeschooling. And then I also added in the sticky note method that I had seen from Dakshana. And then you get into my dailies. So really, Stacy over at Loose Leaf Plans on Instagram totally inspired me to try the Stalogy. I wasn't doing a weekly at this point, and then I later saw on her feed that she had done kind of like a week on 1 page, and then I believe this is the Alistair method. So I tried this out and I absolutely loved it. You'll see it when I come to March, kind of how I've updated it a little bit, but very, very happy with it. So I carried this forward into March. Some more dailies. And the one thing I was worried about with the Stalogy is my fountain pens on Stalogy paper. So of my fountain pens, I think the last time I tried Stalogy paper, it was when I didn't have my vanishing point just yet. I had my Diamond 580 with a medium nib, and this isn't the best behaved on Stalogy paper. And I think occasionally sometimes I will find like inconsistencies with how the paper writes, But with my everyday, which is my Pilot Vanishing Point with Noodler's black ink, it's totally fine. So I haven't had any like super frustrating moments with it just yet. Okay, and then we get into March. So for March, what I've done is another month on 2 page, but I believe these are 6 by 5. Well, 6 by 6 and then 6 by 5 for Sunday. And as you can see, I had kind of started with putting some bill due dates onto my month on 2 page spread. And then this is when I realized, like, why don't I just mirror my SM Plans inserts? So that is what I did here. And so I have a sticker monthly from Midori. And so basically what I'm doing here is these corners I'm using to mark due dates, and the dots are to mark paydays. And then I have my vertical here. And then the majority of our bills are all auto. So I do have them listed here, what's auto pay, and then what's actually like gone through the account. Then we get into my homeschool section. So a sticky note page, kind of our little curriculum. And then I'm writing down all of our books read. And then I have a list of my oldest kiddos' sight words. So to start off the month, again, I've got that week on 1 page, sorry. I have this week tasks, which I realized I could just move over here and then I could keep this for notes. So I might do that the following week. And then here I have like the to-do, and then again, I'll use that Alistair method that I had seen from Loose Leaf Plans. And then I'm gonna write down Happy Mail, so, or just like mail in general. So we have a Death Wish coffee subscription. I don't know exactly what day it's supposed to be delivered, but as soon as I know, I'll put like a dot on whichever date. And then once it's delivered, I'll draw a line and check mark. And then I just kind of slowly started to pre-plan some daily pages here. So with this, I'm just going to go on a week-by-week basis. So after this, it's all blank. Now, I do foresee myself setting up some collections in the very back, but as you can see, I have not done that yet. Now I just have a little card here in the slip secretarial pocket. I actually decided I'd leave this zip pocket open, and then I have some sticky notes slipped back into there. So that's that. The Gillio pen, and then in my back pocket, I just keep recent vaccination records, doctor's appointments notes, and usually like any paper bills that have made their way in, I'll stick back there. As you can hear, my kiddos are coming upstairs, so I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.